Hey, it's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters Podcast. With me always is T-Money, King of Puppies. There you go. Today we are going to cover the last days of April in 2019, featuring the 29th of Monday Night Raw and the 30th of SmackDown review. Here we go. Starting off with Monday Night Raw, we have Alexa Bliss having a moment of bliss, announcing that what we were talking about last week were if they were going to have 4, 3, or just 2 Money in the Banks for the men and the women. And we only have 2. 1 men, 1 women. 4 superstars representing Raw and SmackDown for both the men and women. So we would have Alexa Bliss announcing that and announcing all 4 competitors for the women's Money in the Bank. We would have Natalya, Naomi, damn it, I forgot her name again. Actually, no, it would be I'll mention them too. Hell with it. Dana Brooke, that was it. Dana Brooke, and of course, doing the heel thing, mentioning telling them to be quiet so they can give this one woman a chance that she may not ever have, and it's herself. It's me. Like, oh, come on, I knew it, damn it. Doing that heel thing. She's doing that heel thing. But before, I made a mistake. I thought it was the women. Nope, it's the men's. The men's Royal Rumble for the Team Monday Night Raw will be Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Baron Corbin, and Drew McIntyre. Ricochet is already an average-sized guy, but he feels small looking at all these big guys. He did not look right in that freaking around those guys. God damn.
Look at Rey Mysterio. They said same thing about him.
Yeah, but Rey Mysterio is under average. Ricochet is average. He's our height. So we get to see how big they are compared to us.
But see, Rey Mysterio, they found Rey Mysterio's height, call him a kid.
True. Only difference is Ricochet isn't so little. He's, like I said, average. Put him with anybody else, the Revival, Aleister Black, Randy Orton. You put AJ Styles. You put Samoa Joe, Triple H.
You're trying to get him killed, aren't you?
No, you know what I mean? By height measurement. Don't put him in a match with those. Well, maybe if he's trying to raise his stardom, then yeah.
If he can survive.
Oh yeah, he's actually dealt with worse if you account for Jeff Cobb when he was playing as the Monza Matanza and freaking Mil Muertes of 1,000 Deaths. Good God, those guys were big in Lucha Underground. They're no joke, so he can handle. He's like Rey Mysterio. He can handle big guys and put them away. That's how he became Lucha Underground's first champion. So there you go. Ricochet, he's got 3 big kahunas to deal with, and then you got to account for the Team SmackDown. Let's see if he can really, because it's free for all. So at the end of this, we'll tally who we hope, and we'll shout out to our boys to see who they want to see win in the respectable Money in the Banks. So for right now, since we got those names. And they already did think
I got a feeling about Lars Sullivan though. He might show up in one of those matches.
Lars Sullivan. Well, I'll tell you. Anyway, with that said, it would be told by these two, the heels. We would have Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin at each other's throats and always just belittling Ricochet. Braun Strowman finally got to say something and said that if you think that you got all complaining and this and whatever, I forgot what he said. I had a train of thought and I lost it. Either which way, he issued a challenge to team up with Ricochet against Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre for that main event. So that's going to be something. Oh, it's a match right there. Never mind. I thought it was for later. It would be Ricochet and Braun Strowman that win that match against Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre. And later on, we would have the Usos Usos doing, man? They're in the shower area messing with the Revival because one of them's getting his back shaved by his partner. And they're just like, is that a cheap ass back? What is that? What is that? What are they doing? Yeah, you missed a spot. They would then have a match in that dispute, and ultimately Usos would win the match against the former Raw Tag Team Champions, the Revival, putting them in a potential #1 contendership. Potential being the word.
I'm still not feeling Bobby Roode's in the hood.
Or his name, Robert.
Yeah, I know he used that when he.
Was he even on the Raw tonight?
Yeah, I think because he wrestled.
We're about to cover that. Next, we have The Miz hosting the special edition of The Miz TV with Bobby Lashley. And The Miz, he's actually doing pretty good so far. He actually punched the hell out of somebody for once on his TV show and not the other way around.
Wasn't he supposed to fight Shane McMahon Money in the Bank?
Yep. After being assaulted by Bobby Lashley, teaming up with Shane McMahon again, The Miz would actually be in the back, issuing a challenge to Shane McMahon, saying that unlike in the Falls Count Anywhere match at WrestleMania, he wants him in one place in a steel cage match. Shane McMahon would then accept that match. So at Money in the Bank, we have a steel cage match between The Miz and Shane McMahon. You know he's going to cheat. You know Shane's going to put influences.
He's a McMahon. That's what
Yep.
they do.
Yep. Then we would have a match. Well, actually, it was during that because they didn't just get jumped. They had a match. Bobby Lashley defeats The Miz, sadly. So, and then he goes because Shane McMahon showed up. That's why he was defeated. Straight up. The Lucha House Party tried to get payback for getting jumped by the Viking. And it's being called here again. I heard on Raw they're called the Viking Experience, but here it says Viking Raiders.
Yeah, see, the other wrestling sites, they don't like to use their names.
Yeah, they don't like Viking Experience. The Viking Experience. Well, they don't like that name.
Some use Viking Experience. Some use War Raiders. Some use the
War Machine.
War Machine.
That's the name they were known worldwide. Multiple brands.
But they like to change things, you know.
Yeah.
If any tag team on NXT gets caught up, you know that they're gonna change their name.
Well, nonetheless, though, we would have the Viking Raiders defeat the Lucha House Party, even though they got jumped prior to the week before. During that time, when Alexa Bliss announced that she would be the 4th competitor representing Raw for the Women's Money in the Bank, it would be Naomi who actually says that you haven't wrestled in a long time. You think you can wrestle, if you're supposed to be the best, then you can wrestle in what you're wearing right now. In which she did, and she made complaints because her shoes were taken off during the match, and she was complaining about it, and Naomi hit it with the rear view and got the W on Alexa Bliss.
Oh, speaking of Alexa Bliss, WWE is discussing to make her babyface this year.
Anything else to comment on that?
I'm gonna like it because she was babyface in her first start in NXT.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I wasn't watching NXT until Shinsuke Nakamura and Samoa Joe Part 2. That's what I was watching. Anyway, we would then have Rey Mysterio interviewed backstage with his son Dominic, speak about the match with this United States Championship champion, Samoa Joe, and his brutal attack weeks before with Lars Sullivan. Now he's on SmackDown. He doesn't have to worry about him.
I just find that kind of weird. When I first saw that boy, I did not know that was Dominic.
I did.
Because that boy, that boy got tall. Last time I saw him, he was a little boy.
That's Eddie's boy. Yeah. Eddie Guerrero. Yeah. I'm your papi. Apparently that was real. Yeah. He did give his I guess, bastard son to his best friend and raised him as his own. There are certain that does happen in real life. That's what's weird. That's what's weird.
Because he couldn't keep it. He couldn't raise it. I guess he couldn't raise it.
Yeah. It was a gift to him.
Yeah, and plus, he had 2 children, Rey Mysterio.
No, he only has 1 daughter.
Yes, two, Dominic and Aaliyah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about another child besides Dominic.
No.
Another.
I'm pretty sure they would like that, though.
Becky Lynch comes, Miss Two Belts, to the ring to talk about her decision to defend both titles against Lacey Evans for the Raw title and Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown title.
Speaking, I'm glad you mentioned that. He's talking about having Becky Lynch lose one of those titles.
Yep. She can't defend it forever. So this Money in the Bank might be when she loses one of them. They probably do it like Seth Rollins. They'll have one match right after the other. When Cena took the United States title and Sting fought Seth Rollins for the
WWE Championship
and kept it. He beat Sting.
That was the plan.
That was United Champions, I think.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. They wanted a WWE wrestler to win. I guess which was stupid.
You telling me, brother? You telling me? Lacey Evans then comes to the ring and says that she's trying to present herself as a lady against this ruffian, the man, and she ain't having it. She's actually getting in the ring, beating the living hell out of her.
She's growing. I mean, I don't care. I like Lacey Evans.
Raw Tag Team Champions Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder then go on to defeat the Revival. Wait, then who the hell did the Usos fight? What the fuck? They said the Usos defeated Revival. Oh, they defeated the Good Brothers. They defeated Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. They're on Raw. That's right. See, I almost forgot about them. Man, they ain't getting no love. They went from SmackDown to Raw and they still treated as lowly characters, even though you still technically, by default, have the club, AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows all together on Monday Night Raw now. Come on! Get the club back together. Let's go. Too sweet. Back to
here's the thing. They talking about leaving. That the contract's expired.
Probably go back to Japan or Ring of Honor. Or AEW. All Elite Wrestling. Still in the air about Sasha Banks, though. No confirmed. Is it?
Yeah, because they still try to get her to come back, but she is still not happy how things are with WWE. And they're saying that she's thinking about quitting.
Yeah, the match for the tag team titles with Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder versus the Revival was a non-title match, and they defeated the Revival. They talk about steel cage match with Sam Man and Miz.
You know what I find out about Zack Ryder?
What?
He's a Ghostbuster fan.
And a toy fanatic. Him and Kurt Hawkins. Yeah. Next up, we have Sami Zayn coming out to the ring once again to criticize the fans and the WWE Universe and yada yada yada. And he says that he would quit would be such a dream, but to do that would give them the satisfaction of it. And he says, I'll be back next week. See you in hell. Michael Cole announced that Shane McMahon has accepted the match. Okay, yeah, with the Miz. Here we go. In the United States Championship match versus Samoa Joe, the champ, versus Rey Mysterio, Rey Mysterio managed to get the win. Thanks to, I think it was AJ Styles that showed up. And then he got the win, a quick pin. And AJ Styles attacks Joe. Because I think, wait, what? That's what it says. I don't remember that. Interview earlier then says that Mysterio's son looked ashamed of his father. Joe then turns his attention to AJ Styles and says Joe should be the one getting a Universal Champion match against Seth Rollins. no, because he's saying that he himself should get a United States title match. And then AJ Styles lays his ass out.
That win, you start looking small Joe.
No, Rey Mysterio lays him out. AJ Styles didn't show up. That's right. See, I'm reading this and I'm seeing AJ Styles' name. I'm like, what the fuck? Go ahead.
And when Rey Mysterio won that match against Samoa Joe face, you saw his face. He was not happy.
Like this.
He can't be lost. And he saw,
that means also at Money in the Bank, Rey Mysterio is entitled to a number one contendership since he beat him in a non-title match.
and Dominic comes out and did Rey Mysterio over his shoulders.
Then we have okay, you can look up SmackDown now for the 30th. We would then have the contract signing between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. This is the part I remember where AJ Styles actually showed up. He didn't actually show up in the Samoa Joe's match. I was like, why are they mentioning AJ Styles? Oh, because Samoa Joe mentioned AJ Styles. Blech. That got me twisted. But here's the thing. I didn't know this because everybody was saying that AJ Styles, after he left Ring of Honor, that Seth Rollins was going to be the next AJ Styles. Seth Rollins, AJ mentioned that. AJ mentioned that because when he left, Seth Rollins came in. So Seth Rollins said, I didn't want to be the next AJ Styles. I wanted to be the first Seth freaking Rollins. And that if I beat you, then I would put everyone and shut them up, proving that I am better than the phenomenal one. AJ did not like that. He hit the hell out of Seth. Seth fought back. It was a go around between the two until Seth Rollins gets phenomenal forearmed into the face by AJ Styles off the rope. And AJ Styles is standing tall and his music hits, and we all know that AJ Styles got the momentum going for Money in the Bank. Okay, how far are we at? 17-minute mark. Nice. We'll be back with SmackDown. And we're back. We're back and we got the list. Starting off SmackDown, we have Kofi Kingston pointing out what happened last week with Xavier Woods getting injured thanks to the betrayal of so-called Big O, but it's really just the Eric Cartman of WWE, I call Canadian Bacon. What the hell? I need to get this up here because I can't.
But you know why he did that?
Yep, he's doing his KO thing.
That just in close to the championship.
Yep, he made it. He said it. Yeah. It was interviewed too that a lot of people would actually show that you have a bullseye on your back, and the first one to state his claim is Kevin Owens, and that is true. Kofi accepted that. He actually said, yeah, he understood. But how he did it is what's messed up. It was then Kevin Owens comes out on stage to criticize him and Xavier Woods and Big E, and the injured back Xavier Woods comes out to jump Kevin Owens and just gets more injured. Kofi Kingston runs to the stage to defend him, but they take him to infirmary and says to just sit back. I got this.
It wasn't 100%.
Not after taking a freaking powerbomb to the side of the freaking ring. That thing is sturdy as hell. Poor Xavier Woods. And with that said, we got a shout out to our boy Xavier Hill, who I was paying attention to his videos, but I didn't see if he did a 10th rant on Kevin Owens yet. Did you, bro? If you did, shout out. I'll look it up. Speaking of which, a shout out to our boy Xavier Hill and Michael Henry, really, if you want to look up his actual name. But don't have to worry because their links to their YouTube pages will be in the descriptions down below. So check them out if you want to. They do all sorts of sports on Houston, Texas for baseball and the Rockets, basketball. The Astros. Yeah, basketball, Astros. And they also talk about certain things like video games, classics, rap. That's what Xavier does. Mikey, he talks about all sorts of stuff. He's good, so I highly recommend checking him out. Also, another shout out to our remaining Heaven Monsters podcast members, Renee, Farrell, Andre, Chris Petrie, and Delvin. So, shout out to them. Hey, turn on your phone. Hold up. Okay. We then have Becky Lynch versus Bayley. It would be Becky Lynch's win, but sadly Charlotte Flair would come in and jump her, stating that she plans on taking that title.
God, I cannot stand that girl.
Which one?
Charlotte.
I thought she was a favorite. Oh no,
Not really.
not her. Not her. The other girls you liked. You like the other blondes, not her. Well, hopefully she loses. If anybody wins, I hope. I'm going to be honest. I hope she defends both titles for that night. I hope she defends both titles for that night, retains them, moves on to the next pay-per-view, which is Backlash.
But here's the thing.
Just so we cannot have Lacey Evans as Raw champion or Charlotte. Put Charlotte in the back of the list.
But here's the thing. That he's talking about making Lacey Evans champion.
Yeah, I know. That is a theory. That is a theory.
Yeah, because Becky Lynch can't have both titles even though she's on.
Because she's on both brands.
Yeah.
Sadly to say, and did I send you to Matt Hardy's thing?
No,
I think I did.
I told you.
Earlier today, yeah, I did.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, when I woke up, I sent it to you. I had it saved because my data was off. I can't share anything on group text if my data is not on. I have Wi-Fi, but I can't do squat. I can't send pictures. I can't send anything on group text. I can't even text in a group text if my data is not on. That sucks. My LGs do that. That sucks. I don't know if anybody else's phone does that. If you have Wi-Fi, but you need your data to be on to do that.
If you have an LG phone, yeah, probably. If they have an LG phone, I know.
I got it. That's what I'm saying. I do. I hope they fix that in the next one that I'm going to get. Next.
I got, we mentioned Leo Rush. People are getting him, he's getting backstage heat.
Oh, yeah. Even Booker T, I saw on something, I think, was it YouTube or Facebook or something, that was saying that Booker T is reacting to Leo Rush's comments. And there are some people claiming that Leo Rush is a little bitch. I'm like,
that person who said that?
What?
Was Matt Hardy's wife.
What was her name? What was her name? Rebecca. Queen Rebecca claims that the rush of lions is a female dog in heat. That's how he would say it.
She called him a little bitch.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
a little female dog in heat. But this is not funny in the least. So, hold up, smile. I'm happy because of what happened. Courtesy of the fact of what happened to Jeff Hardy last time he was in the ring with Lars Sullivan, getting slammed with the freak accident, ultimately caused I guess you would call a reaction to Jeff Hardy's injured knee that he had multiple surgeries on. It flared up. That's the word. Flared up. The injury flared up. And ultimately, him and his brother have to relinquish. Thank you. Relinquish the SmackDown titles as a result. And they said that they will be back. They even did a pre-video that Matt Hardy then later released on YouTube. You know what? I'm going to add that to this video. I'm going to add that into the descriptions down below while I'm at it. Just to show some love to the Hardy Boys. Love y'all guys for a long time. Love y'all. And I hope to see if you said it's true that you'll be back and become the 9-time, 10-time, 11-time, 12-time tag team champions. And stop right there because Jeff Hardy said, I like the number 12. We'll see. Because thanks to Lars Sullivan, after they relinquished the titles, here comes Lars Sullivan just doing what he does and just freak accidents both Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy again. And Jeff Hardy with a limp leg and a crotch still tries to defend himself, even though his brother Matt just got slammed. And he gets slammed too, and that injury is not being helped. Okay, be right back. There we go. We're back.
Okay, if the Hardy Boys do go up there, go up there to the 12-time tag team champions, they'll probably be up there with the Dudleys and Harlem Heat.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we would have Team Japan, Asuka and Kairi Sane in action versus a bunch of nobodies, and the Iconics are on watch and not liking how the Empress of Tomorrow and the Pirate Princess are doing so well as a team. We then have Shane McMahon stakes the odds against Roman Reigns in a handicap match thanks to the new tag team in SmackDown, the B Team.
Yeah. That's just,
B Team, go, go, go.
That's more like Roman Reigns' punishment, though.
It wasn't so much a punishment as a freaking slaughterhouse to B Team.
Because it's because what Roman Reigns did to his father.
Yep. He hit the first one. He hit a national treasure, they say. Who the fuck said that? Who the fuck? Next.
But see, that's the difference between Stone Cold and Rock and Undertaker. They can get away with it. And Sharks too.
Next up, we would have Finn Balor, the Intercontinental Champion, teaming up with Mustafa Ali. It's just called Ali here. Versus Randy Orton and Andrea San Almas. The 4 competitors that are going to be in SmackDown's team. Already, I hate to say it, I know Finn Balor, if he comes as the Demon, that's going to be fun. If he doesn't, dude, Team SmackDown, I got to go with Randy Orton. He's 13-time champion? Mm-hmm. Make it 14. But then there's also Ricochet and Braun Strowman on Team Raw. And I really do like the both of them. So I just announced my top 3. So Braun Strowman, first and foremost. Ricochet, second. And sadly, for my Team Blue, ends up being third. Because I like the other 2 better. I'm not going to lie. And what the hell? Andrea San Almas. Andrea, as you say.
Yeah, that's what.
What the hell? I thought he was on Raw. What the hell? Him and his manager, Selena Vega, were supposed to be on Raw. And then they're back on SmackDown?
They decided to put him on SmackDown.
Well, one good thing come out of it. We got Aleister Black on SmackDown. Haven't made his debut yet. In singles competing. And that means we got the husband and wife of Aleister Black and Selena Vega. Selena Vega. That's funny.
Formerly known as what was her name?
Impact.
Oh, Rosita.
Rosita. We didn't have the Kevin Owens show with Xavier Woods. He just got freaking attacked again. And he has the gall to say that Xavier Woods is going to be on the show. Oh, this is what he does. He calls out Xavier Woods. He knows damn well he can't come out because he's calling out an injured man to be on the show that he personally put injured. So he grabs a figurine of big Xavier Woods and even pulls out Big E. And then is just making a mockery of the New Day. And Kofi Kingston comes out and shows him what's up. In which case, Kofi Kingston, good on you for putting that damn Canadian bacon. Famous words of our boy Xavier Hill and Mike Henry, the CM Punk wannabe, fat CM Punk. A lesson in respect.
A wrestler who's Daniel Bryan will be making his return soon.
Yeah, I heard that. He's clear to compete, so he'll make his return.
And he said he'll get his title back.
Also, not to mention, we also that might come after Money in the Bank. That might come. Don't be surprised. Daniel Bryan jumps Kofi Kingston at Money in the Bank after he wins. I can see that. Then, of course, I forgot to mention this. In the Hardy Boys' defense, rivalry with Lars Sullivan, R-Truth attacks Lars Sullivan with a chair to defend Jeff Hardy. And it didn't do nothing. He then goes for a second swing, and it just, like a monster would do, punches the chair out of his hand and just lays him to waste. 3 men that night got the freak accident.
Speaking of Lars Sullivan, WWE will reportedly limit the number of diving headbutts that Lars Sullivan will be permitted to do.
He didn't even do it last night. Last Tuesday.
Here's what David Meltzer, the guy at the Wrestling Was Over newsletter, said. Sullivan will only be permitted to do the diving headbutt on special occasions, and will use the freak accident and the running sit out powerbomb as his primary maneuvers.
Oh, hell no. I know what this is about. It's because one person was known for that more than anybody.
Yeah, it was Harley Race.
Oh.
But
I thought it was Chris Benoit.
No. The move created by Harley Race has not been banned by WWE, although Race has stated in the past that he wishes he never used that move.
I think it's more like Chris Benoit because everybody was screaming for that headbutt.
The move carries
everybody was.
But the move carries a high risk, which they are keen to avoid.
Especially from that big guy, yeah. Oh, yeah. Famous words of Macho Man. Oh, yeah. We don't want to see that. Oh, no.
Just like the power driver.
In which case, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for this video. I'm going to see if we have enough storage space for the 205 Live and NXT. If we don't, be sure to wait till Monday night. If not, we've got the room. You'll know when I upload it. Till then, everybody, thank you for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit the subscribe button, like the content, and hit that notification bell for the next Heaven Monsters podcast on my channel with your boy SergDragon, and hopefully always with T-Money, King of Puppies. And we'll see you next time. Peace.